What's up and welcome to another episode of GizmoSlipTech. Today we're talking about the iPhone 10 Plus that's going to be coming out in 2018, or at least if that's what it's going to be called. We honestly have no clue what Apple's going to call these new segment of phones, but either way, I am super stoked and excited about them. I have a history of switching between Apple and Android back and forth. In the last year and a half, I've used a Galaxy S8, an iPhone 7 Plus, Galaxy S9 Plus, OnePlus 5T. I mean, I've switched and used heavily many different phones as my main phone. And I'm here to tell you that I am excited about the new iPhone 10 Plus, and I will likely be switching over to it when it comes out. There has been so many leaks and rumors about the new iPhones coming out, and I have been watching them carefully and planning to make this video for a long time, so I'm really excited. Let's hop into these leaks and rumors. Here we go. There's a handful of reasons why I didn't end up using the iPhone 10 as my main phone last year. The number one reason being it's just an overall much smaller screen experience than something like the Galaxy S8 Plus, the Note 8, the S9 Plus, the OnePlus 6, the OnePlus 5T, and because it has that ultra long tall aspect ratio, most of the apps ended up with big black bars, and because there was no home button, there was this little bottom black bar that indicated that you could swipe up to go back to home, and then you have the complete lack of a fingerprint sensor. I just wasn't a fan of completely being reliant on Face ID, especially since it wasn't the fastest thing. I love being able to pull the phone out of your pocket and it's unlocked for you, waiting for you when you look down at it. It's amazing, but you couldn't do that with the iPhone 10. The new iPhone is going to address many of these issues, not all of them and not all of them perfectly. So what are the new iPhones for 2018 going to look like? Well, first you should know there will be 3 models. Last year there was 3 models, the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, iPhone 10. The first of these is going to have a 5.8 inch display. This is going to be a refresh of last year's iPhone 10 with new updated specs. And then there's the 6.5 inch display. This is going to be the iPhone 10 Plus. That's what I'm calling it for now, and it's the one that I am most excited about. It's going to be ridiculously expensive. It's going to have the best specs all around. And the third phone is going to be the new budget-friendly 6.1 inch display phone. I think this phone is going to be probably the best selling out of the 3. I mean, all 3 will probably sell well, but as you know, the vast majority of people don't have $1,200 to drop on a smartphone, so they're going to be looking for closer to budget options, so a $700 or $800 device will be far more attractive. But to get to that lower price point, the 6.1 inch display phone will have a number of drawbacks. First, it's not going to have an OLED panel like the other 2 options. It's going to be an LCD panel. Now, Apple makes excellent LCD panels that are very bright, very colorful, so most likely it won't be a terrible downgrade in that department. Now, all 3 of these are going to have a notch. All 3 of them will have Face ID, though the 2 more expensive devices will have Face ID 2.0, which is supposed to be faster and more reliable. Well, Face ID 1.0 on this device will be very similar to last year's existing iPhone 10 Face ID technology. Another notable change is that the 6.1 inch will only have 1 camera on the back. That means that you're not going to have a telephoto. Most likely you're just going to have a wide angle camera lens, and most likely you're going to have slightly less build quality materials, probably not featuring stainless steel, maybe aluminum instead. We don't know exactly what materials is going to be used, most likely having a glass back, but we again don't know for sure yet. Now, the last drawback for the budget phone is that it's going to have last year's processor, which is already faster than all of the existing current Android phones anyway. So I mean, it's really not a bad thing necessarily, but you're not going to have the increased power and efficiency of the new A12 chip, which will be in the new iPhone 10 and 10 Plus. Speaking of the iPhone 10, we've already mentioned a new processor, potentially a larger battery bank. Because of how they've designed the battery, they will likely be able to squeeze in an extra maybe 100 mAh into that battery. And then of course, since the processor will be more power efficient, we're also looking at maybe a 10 to 20% power performance increase as well as power efficiency for that extra battery life. Now, something that I'm really excited about is an improved GPU. We're looking at a potential 30 to 40% increase in performance, which is going to be great for games like Fortnite, increase the detail, increase the frame rate. Now, one thing that I wish the iPhone 10 and 10 Plus would implement is a 100+ hertz refresh rate display. It'd be amazing for games. It'd be amazing for smoothness and responsiveness on a phone. I've really fell in love with the Razer phone with its 120 hertz refresh rate display, and I really want to see more phones do that in the future. So we have finally come to the iPhone X Plus. This is going to feature a 6.5-inch display, which is going to be one of the largest displays on any smartphone out there, period. Now, since the notch is going to be the same size across all three of these phones, you're going to have slightly better screen to body ratio on the larger two phones, and especially on the largest phone. And the great thing about this 6.5-inch display is that it's rumored to have up to 500 DPI, which is just absurdly overkill, and I love it. Now, the display is going to be an OLED panel for extremely bright, vibrant colors and deep blacks. It is going to be a fantastic display. Now, the only thing that makes me hesitate a little bit about the new iPhones is that it's rumored these OLED panels will be coming from LG, and LG's been having some bad run of the luck, if you will, or bad manufacturing quality, with a little bit of blue shift in some of the various phones that have come out recently, such as the Pixel 2 XL. So I'm really hoping the quality of the OLED panels will be on point. Now, the 6.5 inch is likely to feature up to a 3400 mAh battery, which in my mind, I'm wishing it was actually closer to 4000 mAh for like a super battery. But because the new A12 chip is supposed to be more power efficient, we should still get solid overall battery life from this iPhone X Plus. I don't think it's going to be amazing battery life, but I think it will be like on par with the Galaxy S9 Plus, the OnePlus 6. We'll have to take a peek and compare them when we get all of these devices in. So the two major factors that are really getting me excited about the iPhone X Plus is, of course, that extra large, gorgeous display. I want maximum screen real estate whenever I'm enjoying my YouTube videos, games that I'm playing. I crave that. I need that in my life. And of course, the other thing is Face ID 2.0. I really want to see how much Apple has improved its speed and reliability of Face ID. I think this very well could determine whether or not I end up keeping my iPhone X Plus or returning it once again like I did last year. I think the only major thing I'm disappointed about these new phones is that there's no in-screen fingerprint reader. Come on, I'm ready for this technology in my main flagship phones. Anyway, I'm super excited. I'm anticipating buying the iPhone X Plus, most likely becoming my main phone, but we'll have to wait and see. So what are your thoughts on the new iPhone X rumors? Is 6.5 inches too big? That's what she said. Post your opinion in the comments down below and let me know what you think. That's it for this episode of GizmoSlipTech. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell, and of course, enter the mega giveaway that I'm still doing. Link in the top comment for that giveaway down below. We'll see you next time. Brandon out.